Welcome to my channel. See how I'm mechanic.
Well, this look confused. Well, this kit is completely in pieces. You can see this is the bracket, and those are the wires, little adapters, light. Whoa, that's gonna go. All right, so far this is what I've done. I drill a hole in the bracket right here. I put it right here behind the caliper bracket on both sides. Okay, so I got that. Then I build this one. This is gonna be my stop right here. Okay, and this one I put it with this one of the screws that came in the kit. So that's gonna be my stop right there. So the screw be on the top. You don't want this on the bottom because then you'll be able to see it. Put it on the top right there. Then I'm gonna run another screw through there, another one through there, having a flush here on the front like that. Okay, and then this is how it's gonna look. Once you get it, you know, the screw right here, then you can open this or close it to adjust it. So you have it, you know, nice and neat. Then the light LED is gonna wrap around this, ending up back here where the wire is gonna go, or maybe back here with the spindle. We'll figure it out. But that's the plan right now. So let me go ahead and do the other bracket, because that's the main thing. That's what's gonna hold it there. And why I chose to do it like that, because whenever you gotta do the brakes or replace the caliper, you can always just remove 2 bolts and remove this stuff on the side, and then do what you got to do, replace the rotor, brakes, whatever, and then you can put it back. If you do it the hard way, taking the caliper off, taking the rotor off, and then shooting these brackets to the brake dust shield right here, whenever you need to do some work on it, you're gonna have to take that off, because that's gonna be on your way. I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, that's a lot of work, removing all this stuff just to, you know, to put this bracket back here like that. So you can have this on top of it like that. I mean, that would be another way to do it, but like I said, you got to remove the rotor in order to do that, because you got to put a screw going through this back there. And since this one has a big one, so you will need 3 brackets at least, or you can put a rivet behind, or with the tappets. I don't know, it's up to you. I like it this way better. It's easy to remove it, and like I said, once you put those screw there, it's gonna be really strong. Once you put both of them, it's not gonna go anywhere. It's really stiff, and it's gonna have a cleaner look, because if you put those brackets like this, you will see the brackets. Okay, so if you put it like that, and then you put, you know, 3 brackets, you are gonna see the brackets. But this way you don't see the bracket, because it's right behind the caliper, so like it's all the way back there. Okay, but it's up to you if you want to do it, you know, having these brackets right here It's up to you. I might do one here in the front just to support it, and then have these two right here on the caliper. I think that'll be better. But let's see. Let me finish this and then I'll show you. All right, so there you have it. So I'm not gonna put the second bracket. Remember we were talking about maybe adding, but it's up to you. You can add it. You can add a second bracket if you want. In my opinion, it's not gonna need it. That way you have a better, better look. That way the light look like it's floating there, like nothing is holding it. And as you can see where the screw came out right there. It's not touching the caliper. That one is not touching either. So, and as you can see, it got the same distance from the rotor all the way around. I mean, here you don't see it because the caliper is covering it, but you got the same measurement all the way around. And I believe the 17, 16, hold on, 16 and a quarter. 16 and a quarter. All right, so now all we got left to do on this one is put the LED around and run the wire and see how it looks. All right, so I just put the wheel on just to test it, to make sure, it's not gonna touch anywhere. And as you can see, we got good clearance all the way around. So that's perfect. And remember, once the car is on the floor, all you're gonna see is like this. So you're not gonna get down there and look for the screw and stuff, but still, I mean, that's how it goes. So yeah, look at that. It's perfect. You don't see no second brackets over here, so that's perfect right there. And this is how it looks from the other side. You can see the bracket right there. That's a cleaner look right there. I like it. All right, so I got the LED wrap all around. So I start right here, went all the way around, and then as I came up, I went back behind the other side, because you can't cut this LED. This thing has a seal, so if you cut them, it's not gonna be waterproof anymore. You're gonna burn them. So don't cut them, just do your joint up here. Then I put a zip tie, to make sure it's not gonna lift up and start unrolling and then be, hitting your wheel. Is gonna come off, and that's it. There goes your LED. And then I put another zip tie on the other end, so this one doesn't start lifting up. All right. I mean, once that's on and the wheel's on, you're not gonna see that zip tie. It's better to have that zip tie right there instead of losing the whole LED strip. Okay. Another way you can make that last longer, it will be running a bit of silicone in the inside all the way around. So making the first one is the hard part. Now I gotta do the other ones, and then gotta run all the wires. They all gotta come over here in the engine bay up here. So yeah, but making the first one is a hard one. Now that I figure out how it goes, so it'll be faster and easier. So all right, let me go ahead and do the other one. So I hope you learn how to do this. So remember, you're gonna have that little bracket. You're gonna drill a hole right there. You're gonna put a little screw right here. Make this the size you want it. Make it look good. And then you run your LED. Make sure you put 2 zip tie. I might switch those zip tie to white. I think white will look better. So I think I'll do that. Hey, look. White zip tie look better. You see that? Yes, so white it is. It blends in. Good. So when you're shooting this screw, you gotta hold it with a 10 millimeter right here, you know, and then you shoot your screw from the top. Okay. This bracket, make sure before you make it tight, make sure you put the ring around, because if this is sideways, it's not gonna be flat like that. So before you make it tight, you gotta have the ring on it, so you're gonna have an idea how is it gonna go. All right, so let me show you how I build this. So for the back bracket, these are the back bracket. You gotta cut an inch off. You gotta cut 1 inch off. If not, this is not gonna be right on top of the rotor. Okay, so cut 1 inch off. This is gonna be the one for the front. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna, just to show you how to make this circle, I'm gonna get my tape measure, and you wanna make all of them the same. So 16 and a quarter is what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna open up a little bit here. Right there, 16 and a quarter. 16 and a quarter, that's what you want. That's perfect. Okay, so holding it, don't let it move. If you want, you can put a mark on it. I'm not gonna put a mark, I'm gonna just hold it. Just hold it right there. I'm gonna drill a hole right here. Drill a hole through both. Then I'm gonna get the little screw. The little screw right here. This is gonna come from the top down, because that's what you're gonna be sticking your LED on the outside. I'm gonna get this. Then I get 10 millimeter here. I thread it by hand first. Then I get a 10 millimeter socket and I just hold it there. Then I get my drill. That's it. Then I drill the other one. Make sure it's flush on the edge. Drill another hole. Then I get another screw with 10 millimeter. Stick it from the top first. I get the 10 millimeter, thread it by hand. Once it's there, get the socket, hold it. And that's done. That's how you make that circle. So you got 2 of them, both of them the same. And as you can see, that one I already show you. So already got this one done. This is the one I'm telling you that you gotta cut the little 1 inch off. I believe it was 1 inch. Let me confirm that. Yep, 1 inch. So yeah, cut 1 inch off. That way you can be right on top of the rotor, because that's the idea. You want this thing to be right right on top of the rotor. Okay. Another thing is, you want to make sure you do both of them the same, you know, all the wheels, both front and back, same side, because if you make this one smaller, you're gonna see the difference. So you want to make sure the car look even. So now this one, all I gotta do is stick the LED like I did on the front, and then run my wire. So maybe I'll make this one end over here, so I can just follow this wire back there, or I just make it here, follow the bracket like I did the front, and then follow my line through there. Yeah, that'd be better. All right, so yeah, that's the idea. So now I gotta do the other side. I got the brackets. The LED. So I got the long bracket for the front. It's right there. Stick that in there. And this is gonna be the small bracket for the back. Remember, you gotta remove that, put it right there. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so after you install your bracket, you line them up, make sure they're flush right here, you know, not tilted too much. So you gotta make sure you follow the curve of these. And then, you know, once you have it there flush, you take your drill bit right on top of it and you drill the hole, make it go all the way through. Now we're gonna put the little screw. Put the little screw right here. And I'm gonna get my 10mm. I'm gonna kinda put it right under. Once it's there, I'll do the bottom now. There. And get the 10mm, put it right behind. Right there. And you take your 10mm and hold it. Hold it up here. There. Now if you need to line this up, you can force it here and bend it just to make sure you have an even circle going on top of the rotor. So this side need to go a little bit in more, so I'll push it like that. Like that. Just look at it. Make sure it's not touching anywhere, so in case, you know, any vibration, it won't be rattling. So right there, that's perfect. So now I'm gonna get the LED. Make sure this is clean before you stick your LED. Just go around with something and clean it. Alright, so here I got the LED now. So remember, you want this end to be right here. Okay? So you gotta start with this one. So I'm gonna start this one right. I want to make sure you're right there where you need to be. Okay. I'm gonna start this one back here. Give me 1 second. Alright, so make sure you have this wire running, see this direction, running the same way. So on that side is running to the front. See the little arrow? I don't know if you can see, but there's a little arrow right there. Make sure you have everything. If you put everything lining up to the front, make sure the first one to the front, make sure you line everything up to the front. If you have this, you know, going to the back, make sure you have everything to the back. If not, the lights, when they turns on, they're gonna be out of whack when they do the circle motion. All right, so I'm gonna start with this one right here. But this is where my wire is gonna go right there. Actually, right there. Okay. I'll start right there, like in an angle. And I'm gonna bring this to the front. Keep it on the front right here. All the way around. Down. Yes, like that. Okay. So right here, as you can see, I'm gonna overlap the other one. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lift this one back off, so I can bring this one following the line just like that. Okay. And now this one can go right behind the other one right there. Okay. Now this is where you're gonna get your zip tie. Okay. Okay, so this is where you're gonna get your zip tie right here. And you want this big end to be hiding where nobody can see it, so I'm gonna do it back here. Just like that. And I get another one over here. You wanna have a zip tie at least on the ends, on each end, so it doesn't start lifting and then they're gonna come off. Right there. I get my cutter. Just like that. It's up to you. I'm gonna put another one here. It's up to you if you want to put like some sort of a silicone, or it gotta be high temperature silicone. If you put any like gasket maker silicone. This one I'm gonna tie it right here. I wanna make sure we don't have no gap. That's how it looks. See that? It's nice. Like I said earlier, if you want to put another bracket here, it's up to you. I like that clean look. That look good to me. That way you can just see all the way through. All right, let me go ahead and do the other one. And then run all the wires, connect everything, turn them on. All right, so for the wiring, this is how I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna run my wire through here, and I'm gonna follow this caliper brake line. So I'm gonna put some zip tie right here, maybe another zip tie up here. Same thing on the other side. And so I just do one run. This is what I'm doing. I'm bringing the one from the rear driver caliper. So I'm gonna bring that one through there, right above that frame up there. Then it's gonna come all the way on the other side. Then I got this one coming here. That way I can run everything on one side. So they're all gonna go right here, right with these are the brake lines and fuel line. So I'm gonna run them there all together. Let me sure I put some zip tie on it. All right, so now, this is what I got. I put some electrical tape with a big zip tie so I can pull the wires through this shield so I don't have to, remove it. So I should be able to just pull it right there. I can do it with one hand. All All right, so when it comes to the connection, for this type of installation, all you're gonna need is gonna be the red one, and the black one. Okay, because the yellow, the blue, and the white, those are for turn signal and brake. So because this kit is universal, they sell it for many other lights that you can install on the car, but we're not gonna use these wires on this situation because all we need is to control those lights with the phone. We don't want those lights acting out with the turn signal or when we press the brake. So we're gonna eliminate that. This is the way I connect the lights. So I got the ground right here. Okay, just remove the 10mm bolt and then put it back in. Then I got the power right there. So what I did, so I don't have to remove the nut all the way out, I notch the little circle. I open it, like I cut a little piece off so I can just slide it under, just like that. And the fuse is right here. And then this is the remote for that. It's gonna be on only when the light's on. So as you can see, the lights are on now. So as I turn it off, everything goes off. If I turn it on, see right there is blue. So that's in case you want to run, this inside your car. That way you know what color the light is, is showing. But on your phone, you also know what color you choose. So it will tell you right there, blue, white. That way you know. So there, watch, I'm gonna put green. You can see it's green, red. And then when it's on auto, you can see the same, whatever's going on over here is gonna be doing it over here. All right, like always, please subscribe, like, and share. And I'll see you in the next one. I hope you can do your own underglow for your wheels. And I hope my video helped you so you save money and do it right. See you.